Hi, Taurus. Welcome back to Moonveil Tarot. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so before I get into the cards, I want to say something because I think it matters. There is a specific kind of pain that comes with finding out that someone you trusted was operating in a way that you were not supposed to know about. And the pain is not just what they did. The pain is the discovery, the moment where the picture you had of someone, the version of them you believed in, suddenly does not match the version that was actually there all along. And that gap between who you thought they were and who they actually are is one of the most disorienting things a person can experience. And here is what I find really interesting about the energy that came through for this reading, because I want to say this carefully. The divine has a way of showing people things at exactly the right time, like not a moment too early and not a moment too late. And when you were shown whatever it is that you were shown about this person, about this situation, it was not an accident. It was not bad timing. It was not you being nosy or paranoid or looking for problems. It was protection. It was the divine saying, you need to see this. You need to know this, because what you do not know can keep hurting you, and you deserve better than that. So if you clicked on this reading today and something specific came to mind, I want to validate that you are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are not imagining things. What you found out, what you were shown is real. And the cards today are going to show you exactly what happened, why it happened, what is happening to this person now, and most importantly, what is coming for you on the other side of this. So take a deep breath with me, settle in, and let's get into this. Okay, I am starting with an oracle card today just to set the energetic foundation before we go into the tarot. Divine revelation? Divine revelation? Oh, yes, of course. Divine revelation as the very first card. And I just want to sit with the word revelation for a moment because it is such a specific word. Like, a revelation is not something you find. It is something that is shown to you, something that is unveiled, something that was always there, but was being kept from you. And then at a specific moment, the veil gets pulled back and you see. And what this oracle card is saying right at the beginning of this reading is that what you know, what you were shown, what became clear to you came from a divine source. It was not coincidence. It was not luck. It was the universe deciding that you had been kept in the dark long enough. And divine revelation also means that there may be more to be revealed. Like, what you know now might not be the full picture. The veil may have only been pulled back part way, and there could be more coming, more clarity, more truth surfacing in the weeks and months ahead. And your guides want you to be prepared for that, to stay open, to trust what continues to come through. Okay, now let me pull the first tarot cards. And I want to start with the person who thought you would never find out. Who are they? What is their energy? What kind of person actually does what they did? The Seven of Swords, the Moon, and the Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, so the Seven of Swords, the Moon, and the Queen of Swords reversed together for who this person is. This is so telling. Let me really walk through each of these. The Seven of Swords first, which is honestly the deception card. Like, if I had to pick one card that represented someone who operates in hidden ways, who takes things that are not theirs to take, who moves in the dark and hopes nobody sees, it would be this one. And the imagery on this card is so specific. There is a figure sneaking away from a camp, carrying 5 swords with this smug, self-satisfied look on their face, like they are so pleased with themselves, like they cannot believe they got away with it. And what this card is telling me about this person is that this is not their first time operating this way. Like, this is a pattern, not a mistake, not a momentary lapse, a pattern of taking what is not theirs, of moving in ways they know are wrong, and convincing themselves that as long as no one finds out, it does not count. And then the moon, which is the hidden things card, the illusion card, the what is happening in the dark card. And in this position, for who this person is, the moon is showing me that this person operates in a very specific way. They present one version of themselves to you and to the world. And behind that presentation, there is a completely different reality. And they have been maintaining that gap very deliberately, very skillfully for a very long time. And the reason they could maintain it is because they are good at it. Like, they have had practice at showing people only what they want them to see and keeping everything else carefully hidden. And then the Queen of Swords reversed, which we know is the calculating, sharp-tongued, information weaponizing energy. And what this card is showing me about this person is that they are intelligent, they are strategic, they know exactly what they are doing, and they have been using that intelligence not to build something good, but to protect their own interests at the expense of yours. And the reversed Queen of Swords is also someone who has a deep wound, something that happened to them that made them decide that operating honestly was not safe, that getting what they want required deception. And I say this not to excuse what they did. Nothing excuses what they did, but to show you that what they did was never about you being not enough. It was always about them being broken in a specific way. Okay, now let me pull a card for what specifically they were hiding and what they thought you would never find out. The 3 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles reversed, and the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so these 3 cards together, for what was being hidden, this is really significant. The 3 of Swords first, which is the heartbreak card, the betrayal card, 3 swords through a heart in the rain. And what this card is telling me is that what was being hidden was something that would hurt deeply, not just superficially, but in that deep, this changes things, this changes how I see everything kind of way. And I feel like the 3 of Swords is also showing me that there was an emotional dimension to this. Like, it was not just a practical deception. It was something that touched the heart, 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 something that touched the heart was connected to love. or trust or the intimacy of a relationship. And that is why it hurts the way it does, because it was not just a lie. It was a lie about something that mattered. And then the Five of Pentacles reversed, which is the card of someone who appeared to be in a certain situation, but actually was not. And what this reversed card is showing me is that there may have been a financial or material dimension to this deception. Like maybe they presented themselves or their circumstances differently than they actually were. Or maybe they were taking something, resources, time, energy, opportunity that should have been yours and redirecting it elsewhere, and you were not supposed to know. And for a while, you did not. And then the Page of Swords reversed, which is gossip energy, whisper in the ear energy, information being passed in ways that were not authorized. And what this is showing me is that part of what was being hidden involved conversations about you that you were not part of. Things being said about you to certain people that painted you in a way that served this person's narrative and protected their position, and you were not supposed to know that those conversations were happening, but you know now. Okay, now let me pull a card for the moment of revelation, like what happened, how did the truth come out, and why now? The Tower, Justice, and Judgment. Okay, the Tower, Justice, and Judgment together for the moment of revelation. This is a lot like the universe really brought out the big cards for this moment. Let me walk through all three. The Tower first, and I want to say something about the Tower in the context of truth being revealed, because the Tower is not just about things falling apart. It is about things falling apart that were built on something false. Like the Tower does not strike randomly. It strikes structures that were never solid, foundations that were never honest. And what this card is telling me is that the way the truth came out was sudden. It was not gradual. It was not something you suspected for years and slowly confirmed. It was a moment like a lightning bolt where something was revealed and everything changed in an instant. And there was before the Tower and there was after the Tower. And those two periods of your life feel completely different from each other. And then Justice. Oh, Justice. Sitting right there beside the Tower. And what Justice in this position is saying is that the revelation was not accidental. It was not bad luck for them. It was not a coincidence. It was the universe executing a correction because what was happening was not balanced. It was not fair. It was not right. And the universe, in its infinite precision, tipped the scales back by showing you the truth. And justice does not make mistakes. It does not move too early or too late. It moves at exactly the right moment. And the moment was now. And then Judgment, the Awakening card. And in this position, for the moment of revelation, Judgment is showing me a spiritual dimension to what happened. Like this was not just information being discovered. This was a calling, a divine calling for you to wake up, to see clearly, to stop being kept in the dark, and to rise into the version of your life that requires the full truth to exist, because you cannot build what you are meant to build on a foundation of someone else's deception, and the divine knew that, and it blew the trumpet, and it woke you up. Okay, now let me look at what is happening to this person as a result of the truth coming out. Like, what is the table turning actually looking like in their life right now? The Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so these four cards together for what is happening to them right now. This is comprehensive. Let me walk through each one. The Five of Cups first, which is the grief card, the loss card, the standing over spilled cups card. And what this is showing me is that this person is losing things right now, things they valued, things they counted on, and some of those losses are a direct result of what has come to light. Like, when the truth surfaces, the things that were built on top of the lie start to shift, and some of them fall, and they are watching that happen, and the grief of it is real, even if it is the natural consequence of choices they made. And then the Nine of Swords, which is the sleepless nights card, the anxious thoughts card, and this is their emotional reality right now. They are not sleeping. They are lying awake, running through everything, thinking about what has been revealed, thinking about who knows, thinking about what happens next, thinking about whether the damage is containable. And I want to say this is not comfortable for them, even if they are trying to appear composed, even if from the outside they look fine, internally, the Nine of Swords is what is actually happening. And then the Wheel of Fortune reversed, which is the wheel turning against someone. And what this is telling me is that the luck this person has had, the ease with which they have been able to operate, the doors that kept opening for them, the breaks that kept going their way, that is changing. The wheel has turned, and things that used to be easy are becoming hard. Things that used to work are stopping working. And there is a quality to reversed Wheel of Fortune energy of relentlessness. Like, it does not just hit once. It keeps going until the balance is restored. And then the Eight of Cups, which is the walking away card. And in this position, for what is happening to them, I see people in their life walking away. Like, as the truth spreads, as people understand what happened, there are those who are choosing to distance themselves, who are saying, I do not want to be associated with this. And the Eight of Cups is showing me that isolation is beginning for this person in a way that is going to become more pronounced as time goes on. Okay, now let me look at you, because this reading is ultimately about you, and I want to see where you are right now and what you are doing with all of this. 3 cards for your energy: the High Priestess, the Emperor, and the Ace of Swords. Oh, these 3 for you. This is such a powerful combination. The High Priestess first. And what this card is telling me about where you are is that you are in a place of deep knowing. Like, things that did not make sense before make sense now. Dots that you could not connect before are connecting. And there is this quality of, oh, of course it was that, of looking back and understanding things that you did not understand at the time. And the High Priestess in this position is also saying, trust what you know. Do not let anyone gaslight you out of what you saw. Do not let anyone minimize it. Do not let anyone convince you that you misread it or misunderstood it. You did not. You see clearly. And the High Priestess is honoring that clarity. And then the Emperor, which is the card of authority, of standing in your own power, of being completely unshakable in who you are and what you know and what you deserve. And this card in your position is telling me that you are not falling apart over this. You are not unraveling. You are standing solidly in the truth of what happened and in your own dignity, and that groundedness. That Emperor energy is what is going to carry you through everything that comes next, with your head held high. And then the Ace of Swords, which is the breakthrough card, the clarity card, the moment where the fog lifts card. And what this card is telling me about where you are is that you are in a moment of real, sharp clean clarity about this situation, about this person, about what you want going forward. And that clarity is one of the most valuable things you could possibly have right now, because it is going to inform every decision you make from here. Okay, now let me pull the main spread, 5 cards for what the table turning actually looks like and where you end up. Pulling these now, the Star, the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and the World. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Star, the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and the World for what the table turning looks like for you. I mean, the universe is being so clear today. Let me walk through every single one of these. The Star first, which is the healing card, the hope returning card, the divine alignment card. And what this card as the first outcome card is telling me is that the first thing that happens as the table turns is a healing, not just of the wound, but of everything that was built on top of it. Every decision you made based on incomplete or false information, every way you showed up in a situation that was not what it appeared to be, the Star is saying that gets healed and released, and you get to start fresh from a place of knowing what is real and what is not. And then the 6 of Wands, which is the victory card, the recognition card, and what this card is showing me is that your name, your character, your worth is being seen and recognized by the people who matter. Like when things come to light, it does not just expose what they did, it also clarifies who you are and how you showed up. And the 6 of Wands is saying that clarification is going in your favor. People are seeing you clearly, and what they see, they respect. And then the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new beginning in the material world. And what this card is telling me is that as this situation resolves, as the truth settles, something new opens up for you practically, materially, in your real world circumstances. Like an opportunity, a resource, a door that was maybe blocked by this situation or by this person's presence in your life is now available. And the Ace of Pentacles is a gift card. It is the universe handing you something golden and saying, here, this is yours now. And then the Empress, which is you in your full power, your full radiance, your full goddess energy. And what this card in this position is saying is that who you become on the other side of this is the Empress, like fully realized, completely yourself, not diminished by what happened, not defined by what was done to you, but expanded by the clarity you gained and the strength you found and the truth you stood in. And the Empress walks through the world with this energy of, I know who I am, I know what I am worth, and I am not available for anything less ever again. And then the World as the final card, the World as the destination, the completion card, the wholeness card, the everything coming together card. And what the World sitting at the end of this spread is saying is that this entire experience, as painful as it has been, as shocking as it was, is part of a larger story that ends with you whole and fulfilled and arrived at the version of your life that could not have existed with the deception still in it. And the World card is the universe saying this had to happen exactly like this to get you exactly here. Okay, tea leaf cards now. Let me get really specific. The first tea leaf card is scales. Scales, which represent balance, justice, things being weighed and equalized. And the scales showing up here as the first tea leaf card is the universe saying everything is being balanced right now. Everything that was out of alignment is being brought back into alignment. And that process is active. It is happening. It is real. And it is not going to stop until the scales are level. The next tea leaf card is open window. An open window, which represents fresh air coming in, a new perspective, something that was closed and stuffy, suddenly being opened. And what this card is telling me is that the revelation, the thing you found out, as painful as it was, also opened something. Like it cleared the air, it let something in that could not get in before, while the deception was still blocking it. And now the window is open, and everything feels different, clearer, lighter, more breathable. The next tea leaf card is falling mask. A falling mask, which is such a perfect image for this reading, because that is exactly what happened. The mask fell, and what was underneath it was finally visible. And I want to say something about masks because I think it is important. Masks are exhausting to maintain for everyone involved, for the person wearing one, and for the person who is relating to the mask rather than the real face. And now that it has fallen, you finally get to stop interacting with something false, and whatever comes next for you is going to be built on real things with real people. No masks required. The next tea leaf card is rising sun. The rising sun, and I feel it every time this card comes up. This warmth, this sense of a new day genuinely beginning. And here, after the falling mask, after the scales, after the open window, the rising sun is saying, this is a dawn, a real one. The darkness of not knowing is ending. And what is rising, what is coming into the light is your life, the real version of it, the version that was always meant to be yours. The next tea leaf card is crown returned. A crown returned. Oh, this is so beautiful because the crown returned is the image of something that was taken, being given back, something that was yours, being restored to you. And what this card is saying is that whatever this person or this situation took from you, your dignity, your peace, your clarity, your sense of yourself is being returned, not just a little bit, fully. The crown is back on your head where it belongs. And the last tea leaf card is new path clear ahead. A new path clear ahead as the very last tea leaf card. And this is the universe giving you the most direct message it can, the path forward. From here is clear. It is open. It is yours. There is nothing blocking it. No deception, no hidden agendas, no fog of not knowing, just a clear, open path stretching out ahead of you, going somewhere genuinely beautiful. Okay, final messages from your guides. 6 cards. What was done in the dark is in the light now. Vogte. What was done in the dark is in the light now, and your guides want you to sit with the full weight of that because it means you are no longer operating from incomplete information. You are no longer making decisions based on a version of reality that was carefully constructed to keep you from seeing the truth. You have the full picture now, or as much of it as you need, and that changes everything. Because when you know what is real, you can make choices that are actually aligned with your real life and your real self and your real worth. The next final card is your dignity is intact. Your dignity is intact. And I want to say this very clearly because I think sometimes when something like this happens, there is a moment where we feel embarrassed. Like, how did I not see this? How did I trust this person? What does it say about me that I was deceived? And your guides are saying nothing It says nothing bad about you. Being deceived does not mean you were foolish. It means someone worked hard to deceive you, and your dignity, your worth, your character are completely, fully intact. And anyone who sees this situation clearly knows that the next final card is they cannot undo what God revealed. They cannot undo what God revealed. And this is such an important message because sometimes after something like this, the person who was exposed tries to manage the narrative, tries to explain it away, tries to minimize it, tries to reframe it, tries to make you feel like you misunderstood or overreacted, and your guides are saying what was revealed to you came from a divine source, and no amount of spin or explanation or reframing can put that veil back. You have seen what you have seen, and the truth of it cannot be undone. The next final card is every closed door was protection. Every closed door was protection. Oh, and this message is so layered because it is speaking to two things at once. It is speaking to the times when doors closed for you in this situation or around this person, and you did not understand why, and it felt like loss or failure or being rejected, and your guides are saying those closed doors were the universe protecting you from going deeper into something that was not what it appeared to be. And it is also speaking to what is coming because as this situation closes, as this chapter ends, as this person's presence in your life diminishes, every door that closes around that is protection, making space for doors that open into something real. The next final card is walk forward and do not look back. Walk forward and do not look back. And I say this with so much love because I know the temptation when something like this comes to light is to stay in it, to keep analyzing it, to keep asking why, to keep trying to understand how someone could do this. And your guides are saying, you have the truth now. You have the clarity now. You have everything you need to make your next decision. And that decision is to walk forward, not to stay in the wound, not to keep revisiting what was done, but to take what you know, what you learned, what was revealed, and walk forward into the open path that the tea leaves just showed us, because that path is where everything good is waiting. And the very last card, the best chapter starts now. The best chapter starts now. And I want to close on this because it is exactly what it says. The best chapter of your story starts now, not eventually, not someday, now, this moment, this season, this post-revelation period where you have clarity and dignity and the Emperor energy and the Empress potential, and the World card destiny is the beginning of the best chapter you have ever lived. So just to wrap everything up, the message of this reading is clear and powerful. They thought you would never find out, but God showed you everything. The Seven of Swords and the Moon showed us who they are. The Three of Swords and the Page of Swords reversed showed us what they were hiding. The Tower and Justice and Judgment showed us how the truth came out. The Five of Cups and Nine of Swords and reversed Wheel of Fortune showed us what is happening to them now. And the Star and the Six of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress and the World showed us exactly where you are headed. And the table has turned completely and permanently because what God reveals cannot be unrevealed, and what the universe balances stays balanced. Your dignity is intact. Your crown is returned. Your path is clear. And the best chapter starts right now. I hope this reading brought you validation today, and clarity, and peace, because you deserve all three, And I hope it reminded you that being shown the truth, even when it hurts, is one of the greatest gifts the divine can give you, because it frees you to build something real. If this resonated with you, please, please, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and it helps these messages reach more people who need them. Leave me a comment and let me know how this landed. Did something specific hit home? I always love hearing from you. And do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss anything new. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Take really good care of yourself. Walk forward, hold your head high, and please remember what God revealed was always the gift. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye, loves.